Hello, good music makers, those doing, those being. My name is Daedalus, and I saw an amazing post from Omari Jazz where he took Tinge through its paces, made it into percussive shapes using outboard gear. It was phenomenal. It was to the point, probably more so than I'll be today, and really inspired me to show off some of the percussive possibilities of Tinge, especially from default to rhythmically happening. I'm gonna make a breakbeat today with y'all. By default, Tinge shows up all the different layers at a certain opacity and no motion in the spinners. It sounds like this. And that's because the thresholds splayed around just all sound because we have events everywhere. We already have opacity all throughout. I have a kick, snare, hat, second hat. The building blocks needed for breakbeat things. If I just put this slightly into motion, I'm going to put the first spinner to be a 1 revolution per measure. And at 120 BPM, every so often we're getting a snare hit. Second spinner, we're going to put it at every half measure, we get a rotation. So half note. We're starting to see progress. And by the time we get our third into action, we're getting going. So you're hearing regularity where we have our kicks and snares, some other things pulsing, and especially because all the phase relationships are already set to be somewhat regular, we're getting it as a regular setting. Now if we turn off the opacity on the third, we're already going to get something akin to breakbeat action. This has to do with the differential of rate between the first and second spinner as well as their phase relationship. We could go ahead and manicure this further, but I want to get this opacity. I want to get the third spinner involved to make for just a little extra complication. So one of the ways we can make the spinners listen to each other differently is by changing their mode. So here we have a mode where you can see the exclusion and inclusion is a little bit more nuanced and there's a little bit more sharpness in their actions. I'm going to go ahead and hit the reset. Now when you hear it, we're already in breakbeat territory. It doesn't take too much. With simple changes of curve or subtle changes of relationship in terms of phase, we're able to get whole different goings. Now, why spin one rate backwards? Well, let's see what it sounds like forwards at the same relationship of one measure of spin between, especially at this kind of asymmetrical 90-degree phase. Now, that's just one way it works, but with the negative spin relationship, we just get a little bit more play. So we get syncopation, we get rhythmic interplay, and we can make it infinitely more complex just with a few twists and turns. Thanks so much for taking time, and thanks again for Omari Jazz for inciting this video. All right, bye y'all.